Juno Temple is a British actress. She has appeared in the films Notes on a Scandal, Atonement, The Other Boleyn Girl, The Three Musketeers, The Dark Knight Rises, Magic, Maleficent, Black Mass, Unsane, and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. She has starred in the television series Vinyl, Dirty John, Ted Lasso, and Little Birds. Temple received the BAFTA Rising Star Award in 2013. She was nominated for 2 Primetime Emmy Awards and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards for her role as Keely Jones in Ted Lasso. Premise: Ted Lasso, an American college football coach, is unexpectedly recruited to coach a fictional English Premier League soccer team, AFC Richmond, despite having no experience coaching soccer. The team's owner, Rebecca Welton, hires Lasso hoping he will fail as a means of exacting revenge on the team's previous owner, her unfaithful ex-husband. However, Ted's charm, personality, and humor begin to win over Rebecca, the team, and those who had been skeptical about his appointment. Cast and characters. Main. Jason Sudeikis as Ted Lasso, an American college football coach who is hired to coach AFC Richmond, an English soccer team. He is frequently ridiculed for his folksy optimism and inexperience with the sport, but gradually wins people over through his kind and compassionate approach to coaching. Hannah Waddingham as Rebecca Welton, the new owner of AFC Richmond. Kind yet vindictive, she initially hires Lasso to sabotage the team, but eventually comes to appreciate him. Jeremy Swift as Leslie Higgins, the timid but playful director of football operations. He has a large family with 5 sons. Phil Dunster as Jamie Tart, a talented but egotistical young up-and-coming striker. Brett Goldstein as Roy Kent, a veteran box-to-box midfielder, captain, and later assistant coach of AFC Richmond. Kent is primarily based on hot-headed Irish former footballer Roy Keane. Brendan Hunt as Coach Beard, Lasso's taciturn longtime assistant and friend. Nick Mohammed as Nathan Shelley, the team's former kit man turned assistant coach of AFC Richmond. Juno Temple as Keely Jones, an ambitious model who becomes the club's manager of marketing and public relations. Sarah Niles as Dr. Sharon Fieldstone, a sports psychologist. Recurring AFC Richmond players. Other characters. Guests. Andrea Anders as Michelle Lasso, Ted's ex-wife. Ellie Taylor as Flo Sassy Collins, Rebecca's best friend who becomes attracted to Ted. Kieran O'Brien as James Tart, Jamie's abusive father. Jimmy Akingbola as Ollie, Ted's driver when he arrives in England, who also works at a local Indian restaurant. Kiki May as Nora, Sassy's teenage daughter. Harriet Walter as Deborah, Rebecca's mother. Sam Richardson as Edwin Akufo, a Ghanaian billionaire who buys Raja Casablanca and tries to convince Sam to sign with the team. Scott Van Pelt as himself, a SportsCenter anchor who breaks the news regarding Ted's hiring at AFC Richmond. Arlo White and Chris Powell as themselves, providing commentary for AFC Richmond's matches. Jeff Stelling and Chris Camera as themselves, as presenter and pundit on Sky Sports Soccer Saturday, the show in which Roy briefly appears. Thierry Henry and Gary Lineker as themselves, as soccer pundits throughout the show. Seema Jaswal and Ian Wright as themselves, as a soccer TV show presenter and pundit. Lloyd Griffith as Lloyd, one of the regular reporters at the AFC Richmond press conferences. Fleur East as herself, the host of Lust Conquers All, the reality dating show that Jamie appears on. Mike Dean as himself, the referee who officiates AFC Richmond's FA Cup semi-final match against Manchester City. Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield appear as themselves, presenters of ITV's This Morning who interview Jamie about his appearance on Lust Conquers All. Eni Aluko appears as Georgia, a member of the street soccer team in Season 2. Peter Crouch, Tom Fordyce, and Chris Stark, who are members of that Peter Crouch podcast, are heard in a radio show clips describing current events at Richmond. Episodes. Season 1. Season 2. Production. Development. The series was commissioned in October 2019 by Apple TV+, with Jason Sudeikis reprising his role as Lasso. Sudeikis originally portrayed the titular character in 2013 as part of a series of television commercials for NBC Sports promoting their coverage of the Premier League, in which Lasso is depicted as the new head coach of Tottenham Hotspur FC. Television producer and Scrubs creator Bill Lawrence was brought in to work on a television series based around the character in 2017. The series is co-owned by Warner Bros. Television, where Lawrence's production company Doozer is based, and which controls linear distribution rights to the series, and NBC subsidiary Universal Television, which is a passive partner. On August 19, 2020, Apple TV and renewed the series for a 10-episode second season. It was later confirmed that the second season had been expanded to 12 episodes. On October 28, 2020, the series was renewed for a third season. On an episode of the Scrubs rewatch podcast Fake Doctors, Real Friends with Zach and Donald, Lawrence indicated that Ted Lasso will likely be a 3-season show due to the limited availability of Sudeikis beyond the third season. Lawrence went on to say that the story has a planned resolution within those 3 seasons. In June 2022, Brett Goldstein also commented that the series is planned to end after 3 seasons and said, "We are writing it like that." In October 2021, Apple TV and reached a licensing deal with the Premier League worth as much as £500,000 for the series to feature the league's logos, kits, and trophy starting from the third season. On March 6, 2022, a day before filming for Season 3 began, Nike, Inc. posted on its official Twitter account a photo of its trademark swoosh logo incorporated onto an AFC Richmond kit, implying that the show's production had reached a deal with the company to act as the fictional club's official kit manufacturer on future episodes. Writing. Actors in the series Brett Goldstein and Brendan Hunt also joined the writing team along with Sudeikis as the second and third members of the main cast to do so. While Hunt and Sudeikis were part of both the cast and writing team from the start, Goldstein was initially a writer and story editor. It was only after sending a video audition of some already written Roy Kent scenes to the showrunner, Bill Lawrence, that led to Goldstein's casting. The episodes Carol of the Bells and Beard After Hours were the 2 episodes developed when the second season was expanded by 2 episodes, fitting into the continuity of the second season without impacting storylines of the already written episodes. Casting. Theo Park serves as the casting director for the series. Nick Mohammed, who portrays Nate Shelley, originally auditioned for the role of Leslie Higgins, which in the end went to Jeremy Swift. Park pushed for Phil Dunster to play the role of Jamie Tart, even though the character was originally supposed to be from Latin America and portrayed by Cristo Fernandez. The character of Sam Obisanya was originally going to have been of Ghanaian heritage, but the character was changed after Toheeb Jima's casting. In March 2021, Sarah Niles was cast as Dr. Sharon Fieldstone, a sports psychologist for AFC Richmond in a main capacity for the second season. About Niles' casting, Park said that it was really important with that role that had a real sense of security and almost completely unflappable. Kiki May portrays Nora, Sassy's teenaged daughter, in a recurring capacity in the second season. Casting for Season 3 was set to begin near the end of 2021. Jodie Balfour was cast as Jack, a venture capitalist, in a recurring capacity for the third season in April 2022. Filming. Production began on the second season in January 2021. In March 2021, Jason Sudeikis and Hannah Waddingham were spotted filming outside a pub in London. Filming wrapped for the second season on June 4, 2021. Filming for the third season is set to take place between January and June 2022. Most of the pub and street scenes have been shot in the actual London borough of Richmond. AFC Richmond's training field and complex in which Rebecca's office is based is filmed at the Sky EX Community Stadium, which is the home ground of Hayes and Yiding United FC, who are a semi-professional club playing in England's 7th level of competitive soccer, whereas Nelson Road, the home stadium of Richmond, is actually Selhurst Park, a real-life Premier League stadium used by London club Crystal Palace FC. Exterior shots of Craven Cottage, the home stadium of Fulham FC, were used in Season 1 to pass off as fellow Premier League ground Goodison Park when AFC Richmond played away at Everton. Wembley Stadium was used in Season 2 to portray the FA Cup semi-final with Manchester City FC. The show incorporates many real-life members of the British soccer and television entertainment community. This also includes using a number of genuine television shows which feature the actual presenters, sets, and theme songs, including the Sky Sports program Soccer Saturday. The daytime ITV show This Morning also features in Season 2. Filming for Season 3 began on March 7, 2022. Merchandising. In March 2021, Bill Lawrence revealed that official Ted Lasso merchandise would be for sale ahead of the Season 2 premiere. The merchandise, including football jerseys, became available in June 2021. Reception. Critical response. Season 1. Season 2. Awards and nominations. The first season received 20 nominations at the 73rd Primetime Emmy Awards, becoming the most nominated freshman comedy in Emmy Award history. It won 7 awards, including Outstanding Comedy Series and Acting Awards for Jason Sudeikis, Brett Goldstein and Hannah Waddingham, while Brendan Hunt, Nick Mohammed, Jeremy Swift, and Juno Temple received nominations. Sudeikis also won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor Television Series Musical or Comedy and the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Comedy Series for 2020 and 2021. The series won in the categories for Outstanding New Program, Outstanding Achievement in Comedy and Program of the Year at the 37th TCA Awards, and also won for Best Comedy Series and New Series at the 73rd Writers Guild of America Awards. The second season received 20 nominations at the 74th Primetime Emmy Awards. It won 4 awards, including Outstanding Comedy Series, Acting Awards for Sudeikis and Goldstein, and a Directing Award for M.J. Delaney. Several actors received nominations, including Toheeb Jimma, Mohammed, Temple, Waddingham, Sarah Niles, James Lance, Sam Richardson, and Harriet Walter. Audience viewership. Ted Lasso became the most watched television series on Apple TV+. The first season premiere episode became Apple TV+'s most watched premiere, and it ranked 89th overall among other television series or shows measured across streaming platforms from November 1, 2019, to July 18, 2021. According to TV analytics provider TVision, Ted Lasso has been viewed by panel members 8.4 times as much as the average Apple TV and original series or shows TVision has measured since Apple TV and launched in November 2019. Over the second season premiere weekend, Apple TV and expanded its number of new viewers by 50% week over week. Apple also announced the second season of Ted Lasso increased its viewership by 6 times over Season 1. In 2021, the final episode of the second season ranked 9th place among all SVOD programs and 5th place in the SVOD Originals category with 507 million minutes viewed.